Well, in the video blogs here, we've covered all sorts of intellectual property topics. One topic we haven't really covered, advertising law. Well, it's a lot of alphabet soup, states, federal regulations. So let's talk a little bit about the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. The TCPA, see, alphabet soup, of 1991 has been amended many times since Congress passed it. Basically, it's all about telemarketing. One, the TCPA does not qualify if somebody by hand dials your phone. So for all of you out there that are doing telemarketing, well, the TCPA applies if a computer is dialing, which of course 99.9% of telemarketing is done by computers today. The TCPA also sets hours, and it's the time zone of course, the person receiving the phone call. 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. are absolutely legal marketing time, not before and not after that. Also, you know, if you're calling a cell phone, okay, well, guess what? You can't. Telemarketing, and I know we all get telemarketing calls on our cell phones. That's also not allowed under the TCPA. I recently had a client who was doing telemarketing, called some people on the West Coast outside of the hours, and now is being sued for violations of the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. It's a frustrating and long process to deal with litigation when only a couple phone calls are outside of those legal ranges. But from a compliance standpoint, it's really not a difficult compliance to follow. So make sure that your telemarketing company is dialing within the hours. Make sure that none of those calls are cell phones, and make sure that your telemarketing company is following all of these procedures, and make sure that if there's a problem, they're the ones with the problem under the contract with your telemarketing company. The TCPA has violations for $500 per phone call that is outside of any of these ranges. And again, the do not call list, of course, is a part of that as well. So set that up properly. Don't be a defendant in a TCPA violation lawsuit. Don't wind up in regulatory issues. Follow these completely. I'm Anthony Verna, managing partner of Verna Law, where we do intellectual property and advertising law. Thank you very much.